What is up, my dudes, and the one girl who thought she heard me say I was reviewing the Shocker? This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am talking to you about my new suspension. I have upgraded my rear end. Not that rear end, my shocks, man, my shocks. I've upgraded my shocks. I have added 13-inch Suspension Technologies USA shocks onto the back of this bike. And before we get too into this, let's cut away to the owner of Suspension Technologies telling us why you should check out his shocks. Bam!
So we're over here at Suspension Technologies USA. I got it right. With Peanut. Peanut just put new 13-inch rear shocks on my bike. It's over there. It rides really nice. And now we're going to talk to Mike, and he's going to give you the same sales pitch he gave me.
Hey guys, how you doing?
To come down and get these.
So we're here at Hart's Turkey Farm, right next to the Harley dealer in Laconia. This gentleman came up, had some questions, and we were telling him all about our product. Our product is all made in the United States. We make everything in-house, with the exception of our springs. Our springs come out of South Carolina, and we take great pride saying it's American made. We have a variety of 11, 12, 13, and 14-inch shocks, and we have everything that you need to fit your bike to make better. Go away, bad dream.
What he doesn't know, what this dude doesn't know is his cameras flip from front to back very easily.
That's okay, man.
So yeah, we just had a little bit of we had some space travel because we just saw Uranus.
No, did you see my
Mike, carry on.
So anyways, everything we make is dyno tested and matched. So within 2% of each other, right to left. We have model specific product. We have a variety of spring rates. We have what you need to make your bike ride and handle better. All of our stuff has a true lifetime warranty. 20 years from now, if you have a problem with my product, I'm either going to rebuild it or replace it. It's that simple.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thanks, brother. Be safe out there, man. We appreciate it.
Well, that's no fun.
All right, pretty sweet, right? So this video is actually being recorded a few weeks after I got those shocks. I've done well over 1,000 miles since, and I've really been riding them and kind of going through different places. I have definitely run over more potholes than I'd like to admit. It's New England in the spring, early summer, so our roads are nightmares. Basically, our roads are like involuntary, like rectal exams or training for prison, and that sucks. But before I get into this review, I do want to say these shocks I bought, I paid full price for. There were no deals, guarantees, promises, or anything else made between Mike and myself or Peanut on these shocks. So if I don't like them, I can tell you that they're a giant piece of crap. If I do like them, it's straight up honest. I legit paid for these. These are my hard-earned money on the back of my bike right now. And I gotta tell you, I'm really digging these. They're really good. You know, let's talk about Harley's normal stock shocks. For those of you who don't realize it and you're not familiar with it and you don't know it, these are what your shocks look like if you're on a bagger. So you have one actual shock and then you have a slave shock on there that does not much, and the non-slave shock really doesn't do much more than the slave shock. So not much altogether. Basically, Harley shocks, you could upgrade them with your mom's battery-operated boyfriend wrapped in a Big Pen spring, and it's still going to be better than the Harley suspension you get from Harley. With that being said, I do really dig these shocks. I feel much more connected to the road. I'm feeling way more comfortable on my leans when I'm going into like turns and stuff. It's all together better. Some of you have noticed in my other videos that sometimes my bike does pull to the right. a lot of times that's because of the road I'm on, but it's also because of my suspension. With my new shocks, I'm balanced. It's nice. My bike goes straight and it doesn't try and pull me off the road and kill me. Last year when I went up to Vermont, I kept using my cruise control, and anytime I would take my right hand off the handlebar, I found my left hand doing like way more work, and it was kind of annoying. It was not fun, and that was, you know, just Vermont highways. So these shocks are incredibly good. I would like to compare them to Legend or Öhlins, but quite honestly, I've not ridden a bike with either of those on there. One of the things I did appreciate is when I talked to Mike, the first time I talked to him, what you saw back there in that video was actually, I asked him to do the whole sales pitch the second time around so I could get it on camera. The first time I talked to him, I asked him point blank, why should I try your shocks over someone I know like Legends or Öhlins? You know, I asked him point blank, and Mike was very nice. And one of the things that I really dug about his response was, you know how you get a lot of different companies where if you ask them about their competitor, they'll just try and take the biggest dump possible on them to like really just make them seem like they are far inferior. Mike didn't do that. He was very humble, he was very polite, he spoke very highly about both shock brands, and then he stated his differences in his shocks. He stated his similarities between his shocks and their shocks, and then he was like, well, you know, this is the stuff that we do, like the 2 to 3% difference within a 2 to 3% difference from left to right, and you know, stuff like that. So I really appreciated his approach to how he marketed his shocks, and he gave me his business card, and he was like, you know, here's my direct line. I've never had a set of shocks returned, but you come hunt me down if you feel like you've been slighted or something. And you know, it's honestly, so far these really do live up to his promises. I won't say hype, because quite honestly, like the rest of you watching this video, I'm sure, you probably never heard of Suspension Technologies until now, and I didn't hear about him until I came across his tent. I just started asking him questions, and personally I felt he did an excellent sales pitch and he gave the right answers, so I was willing to give him a try. These, I mean, I don't know what else I could really say about them. They feel great. When they installed them on my bike, it was actually funny. Peanut, the guy in the video, who's like, I don't know, he's like 7'9" or some crap, definitely not Peanut sized. He was really funny. They were all really nice. They really did treat this like a NASCAR sort of thing. I pulled my bike up, one guy grabbed it, put it on a ramp, another person had a speed jack under it, 2 other guys came up, pulled the saddlebags off and my seat off, and then like they got the bags off, and then 2 guys are both working my shocks where somebody else is asking me all the questions like, how much do you weigh, how much do you ride 2 up, how much does your passenger weigh, you know, when do you carry luggage, how much of that do you carry? And the whole point behind that was to decide if I needed standard shocks, heavy duty shocks. They asked me my riding style, and they really dialed in the shocks for me. So they were just ready to go right out the gate. Price wise, they're about, I want to say $100, $150 cheaper than Legend Revos. Not the Legend Revo A's, Legend Revos. And I'm cool with that. I actually had no interest in getting the Revo A's. I actually mentioned it in Walton PA's video that I guested on. I'll try and throw a link to that there. I'm not a big fan of playing around with my suspension. I'm a big fan of set it and forget it, make sure it's comfortable and just go. I don't need all the extra dials. I don't want to work on like my rebound, my spring, my attitude adjustment, my whatever all those freaking dials do. I don't give a crap. I just want a comfortable ride and I want to be done with it. So to me, this was pretty fantastic. I really feel like they did a lot of attention to detail, and they really dialed it in, and honestly it's been great. I know I said it already, but I feel much more connected to the road now. I knew I was going to be going 13. I wanted my bike a little bit taller than it was. I don't really give a crap about the slam down look. When I actually upgraded my front end and I changed the kickstand and all that crap, I actually put a taller kickstand on, expecting to have taller shocks. So I'm really happy. It was really cool. I'm really excited. I think Suspension Technologies, they have my business for sure. Next year when I head back up to Bike Week, if they are there again, which I hope they are, I'm probably gonna have them do my front end too. I mean, they impressed me. They were really cool. They were humble. They were nice. They did a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see them all again. And honestly, I hope they're watching this video and they feel good about themselves for getting all kinds of cool ass praise, because I've made some other videos where I've made it clear I'm not going to fake excitement for something I don't like. So yeah, if you're looking for suspension, you want to try something a little bit different than Olin's or Legends, you know, you want to go down a different path, you want to save a little bit of money, check out Suspension Technologies USA. They're definitely they're great. I mean, I'll give you a long-term review at some point, but as it stands right now, a little over 1,000 miles in New England, where some of our roads are like off-roading in like nightmare scenarios. Our potholes are anything from like an inch deep to like Olympic-sized swimming pools. These things have been great. They have performed fantastic. And yeah, I guess that's my video, man. I mean, it's I'm really happy. So thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family, share it with your friend who stole your mom's battery operated boyfriend and is gonna try and manipulate those into their new suspension. They love this stuff, trust me. And I will see you all on the flip side.